Hello and welcome. I am Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And today I'm talking about a case of the week, and actually it was decided 2 weeks ago. It's the case, we call it the Preap case, Preap versus Nielsen. You can look it up. It's a kind of a complex issue. The issue that the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, was deciding is mandatory detention. All right. So think about, the question is who must be detained versus who can be detained if the government wants you to be detained. All right. So the Supreme Court is looking at mandatory detention of certain immigrants in the United States. All right, and what they're saying is, the way that the code is written, the way that the law is written is, if certain people, immigrants, commit this crime or that crime or this crime or that crime, all right, quote unquote, when they're released, they are subjected to mandatory detention. All right, so certain crimes make immigrants subject to mandatory, the government must detain them when they're released. And the question that was analyzed in Preap is, what do these words "when released" mean? Does it mean immediately when they're released, right? Or does it mean at any point after they're released, all right? And the Ninth Circuit, which is like, California, Arizona, Nevada, Washington State, Oregon, Montana, Alaska, Hawaii, a lot of immigrants. By far the most immigrants out of any of the federal circuits in the United States. Huge circuit, right? The Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit had said, no, government, you want somebody to be subject to mandatory detention, it's got to be immediately when they're released. That's what the terms "when released" mean in the code, all right? But the U.S. Supreme Court was looking at it and was like, something, Ninth Circuit, you're the only circuit that's found this, and there's a bunch of other circuits that have decided the exact opposite, right? And so we're going to hear the case, we're going to hear the arguments, and unfortunately the Supreme Court is growing more and more conservative, and they looked at the law and they decided, right, that the Ninth Circuit got it wrong. They decided that actually the government has to detain these immigrants with these certain crimes, all right, after they were released. So at any time, it does not have to be immediately after, it's after they're released, all right? And so what does that mean? What it means is more folks are going to be subject to mandatory detention. That's the bottom line, all right? And so that's sad, actually. That's sad. That is a loss. That is a case that I don't like. That is like what I would call bad news, all right? It's bad news. It's a case I don't like. I wish that the Supreme Court had gone the other way. The Supreme Court probably isn't going to take another one of these cases up, probably ever, right? I mean, it's like the when release language now is decided by the Supreme Court. And so what that means is, even if somebody was released, 30 years ago for a crime that they committed, as long as it's one of the crimes that would otherwise make them subject to mandatory detention, right? Then they'll be subject to mandatory detention. No bond, no ability to get released, right? With certain arguments after 6 months of detention, with certain arguments, all right? But basically, yes, they'll be subject to mandatory detention. That's the Preap case. It's a mandatory detention case. If you have questions about it, if you know somebody who's detained by ICE, or if you know somebody that has a serious criminal record from the past, call our office and don't wait, right? Because it's a lot harder to fight these cases once somebody's already detained. Or if you know somebody who is detained, don't wait at all, because those cases move fast, okay? All right, I'm Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration A.P.C. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us comments. Don't forget to suggest what topics you want us to present on in the future. The Preap case was a bad case. It was a good case for a while, and then the Supreme Court overturned it. So anyway, questions, give us a call. Hope you're doing well. Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C. We fight for your American dream. Thank you.